Mastering mid-lengths part 3, cutbacks and pumping. I'm surfing a 7.6 Barahona, 3 fins, 21.75 wide and 2.5 inches thick, and a little break in Mexico near Punta de Mita. It is a mushy wave, but it does allow for a lot of cutbacks, and then it has an inside reform section, which you see here. And I'm going to do a floater right onto the sand. So a little bonus is how to do a floater. All right, 2 slow-mo breakdowns. Remember, all turning on all boards is initiated by the legs. It's not initiated by the upper body. There is no counter rotation of the upper body and the lower body. What I want you to really pay attention to, besides my hands matching my feet through the turn, are my small adjustments to my footing on the board. So look right there, I move the foot back over the tail pad in conjunction with having my hands and feet line up through the turn. I'm also surfing out of the power source, so even a little turn like this is keeping me back in the power rather than outrunning the wave. So that's a huge problem I see of a lot of intermediate surfers, is outrunning the wave. Here I'm in a narrow stance, just coming out of the power source. I'm going to push through. Notice that foot moves back again. Hands are lining up with the hands to drive the rail back to the power source again. Watch the feet. I'm going to press through to miss that guy. So I'm not worried that he's in my way. I can just turn away from him, back to the power source of the wave, where I'm going to wait for it to bowl up again. Slight little changes in pressure here. There I move the feet forward again just to get the board gliding. I don't want to have that pressure on the tail while the wave is so slow. Narrow, tall stance, foot moves back again to push it through and onto the open face. Small little pump here. Butt goes down, pushing through the feet, extending the body, and going back down into a crouch here. Leading with the butt, and then coming out of the crouch. This is a basic pumping maneuver. See the way that it scoots the board forward just by coming out of the crouch. Leading up to the floater, lifting the board with the legs, and just keeping those hands quiet. I pull it down and then see that I'm basically on the sand and do not want to break all of the fins off. See that tail pad? And answered a question in the YouTube post from the last mid-length, which is I don't put tail pads on single fins, just on thrusters, because this board looks like a big short board. Okay, again, I want you to pay close attention to my foot placement and movement and the quietness of my upper body. My arms are not doing any of this surfing. They move a little bit because they're gonna move when my legs move. Foot goes back over the tail, down and through, guiding with the hands over the feet. But it's the legs that did all that work. Staying in a crouch when I'm back to the whitewater, avoiding people on the shoulder by sticking with the power source, then opting for a taller, calmer stance, the narrowness in the middle of the board for the super mushy sections of the wave. Push a little bit out and stepping back to get back to the power source, matching the hands with the feet, driving the rail back. Is this guy in my way? Nope, because I have control of my surfboard. All right, just back, cutting it back, operating from behind the foam ball. This does also work in a beach break. Again, narrow stance in the middle of the board when the wave is mushy, and then I'm going to get moving into the pump using that lowering and extending technique as the wave builds up on the shore break. So the water is shallower here, so the wave steepens up, and I'm going to use that body hydraulics going down with the butt and standing up and pushing through with the feet, opening the chest. Hands only move by nature of my feet moving. I'm looking forward, lifting the board up, and almost riding out, except for the sand had other things in mind for me. Get out there and do some cutbacks.